When it comes to a mystery, having photographic evidence is usually pretty helpful in solving it. But then there are a few mysteries that revolve around the pictures themselves, showing strange figures, ghostly faces, and mysterious people who are yet to be identified. Here are 5 of the creepiest photos that cannot be explained. One of the most famous haunted houses in the United States is the Dutch colonial house at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. The haunting stemmed from the night of November 13th, 1974, when 23-year-old Ronald Defoe shot and killed all 6 members of his family. He was arrested, convicted, and given 6 consecutive life sentences. In December of 1975, George and Kathy Lutt and their 3 children moved into the house and claimed that spooky things were happening. For example, George would wake up at 3:15 every morning, which was the approximate time that Ronald killed his family. Kathy said that she would feel a ghostly presence and be embraced by it. One of the children befriended an imaginary friend named Jody, but looked like a black pig with glowing red eyes. And those are just a few of the mysteries that forced the family to flee after staying there only 28 days. On the night of March the 6th, 1976, famed and self-appointed demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren visited the house and set up time-lapse infrared cameras, and they were able to capture this picture. The picture wasn't made public until 3 years later, when George Lutz appeared on the Merv Griffiths show in 1979. Believers of the haunting think that the picture is the ghost of the youngest Defoe son, John Matthew, who was 9 at the time of the murders. Others believe that the picture is one of the Warrens' helpers, who was wearing a shirt that looks a lot like the shirt the ghost is wearing in the picture. And the reason the young man looks like a demonic boy is because he was crouching and the infrared camera made his eyes look like they were glowing. Despite the controversy, this picture is one of the most frightening images from the Amityville Horror. One of the most enduring mysteries of the modern day is who was responsible for the assassination of the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. The reason this remains such a mystery is that according to the Warren Commission, the November 22, 1963 assassination was committed by alleged lone gunman Harvey Lee Oswald. This is bothersome to many people because Oswald was killed 2 days after the assassination by nightclub owner Jack Ruby in the basement of the Dallas police station during a prison transfer, leaving a lot of questions unanswered and no one to fill in those blanks. One witness to the shooting that could answer a lot of questions is a mysterious woman nicknamed the Babushka Lady. She is called that because the scarf she is wearing on her head looks like something an old Russian woman would wear, and Babushka means old woman in Russian. When the shots that killed Kennedy were fired, she was standing close to the motorcade with some type of camera, and the camera was aimed at the car at the time of the shooting, which means she would have some of the clearest images to what happened when Kennedy was shot. After the shooting, the woman crossed Elm Street and seemingly disappeared. There are no clear shots of the woman's face, but she is seen in a lot of the film and in many photographs from the scene. After the assassination, she never came forward either, despite requests from the FBI to do so. In 1970, a woman named Beverly Oliver claimed that she was the Babushka Lady, but there were a lot of holes in her story, and not many people were convinced that she was actually in the area at the time of the shooting. Even 50 years later, the identity of the Babushka Lady has never been found, and it looks unlikely that the mystery will ever be solved. Hook Island is off the coast of Queensland, Australia, and Robert Liserok and his family and a friend, Henk de Jong, stayed there for 3 months in late 1964. On December 12, 1964, the Liseroks and de Jong were crossing Stonehaven Bay on the island when Liserok's wife noticed something odd in the water. It was a long, tadpole-like creature. They took a number of photos, including this one, and believed that it was at least 30 feet long. Liserok and de Jong decided to venture into the water and record it on film. When they entered the water, the monster was even bigger than they thought, but as they started recording, the creature opened its mouth and swam away. When they checked the film, they had no footage of the creature, but the picture shows it clearly. The pictures were published in a magazine and eventually spread across the world, making it one of the most famous and unexplained pictures of a cryptid. There are a number of possible explanations as to what the creature really is. One is that it is just a plastic bag that has been used by the American Navy for experiments in towing fuel. Or it could just be a deflated skyhook balloon covered in weeds. When Denise Russell's grandmother was 94 years old, her mind was starting to deteriorate and she needed to be placed in a nursing home. The first week in the home was tough for the whole family, so at the end of the week, which was August 17, 1998, the family went out for a picnic. This is where Denise's sister snapped this picture. They had the picture developed and did not pay much attention to it over the next couple of years. In April 2000, Denise's grandmother passed away, and on Christmas, Denise's sister started looking through some loose photographs and came across this picture. That's when she noticed that there was a man standing behind her grandmother. When Denise arrived for the Christmas celebrations, her sister asked who did the man standing behind their grandmother look like. Denise realised that it looked just like her grandfather, who died in August of 1984. Denise's family believe that her grandmother's deceased husband was there watching over her in a difficult time in her life. Another surprise in this picture, that makes it even spookier, is that there is another face in the photo. If you look above the red car in the bushes, you'll see a white face with a black hood over it. The exact date of when this photo was taken is unknown, but the person who posted it on the internet said that it was sometime between the 1970s and 80s. He said that his uncle took a trip to the Grand Canyon with some of his friends, and like many, he decided to take a picture at the edge of the canyon. When the picture was developed, they realised that there was a mysterious figure in the background staring at the camera. The man and his friends were in that spot for more than 15 minutes, and didn't see anybody else in the area, as the Grand Canyon was pretty quiet at that time of year. The person who posted the photo says that to this day, his uncle swears that he and the photographer did not see anybody in the area whilst taking the photo, and have no clue who the man is or why he's hiding in the bushes. He does look extremely creepy though. Many people have pointed out how pale he looks, and the fact that he has his hood up makes him even more mysterious. Also, this may just be an illusion caused by the men's distance away from the camera and each other, but the man in the background looks a lot taller than the other man. But a bigger mystery than who is he, is why was he there, hiding in the bushes in the first place? Theories range from him being there to commit suicide, to him being the Grim Reaper, but there is no way of knowing who the man is or why he was there, or if this is a real photo or whether it is fake. But it has been put through analysis, and it has been confirmed that the picture has not been manipulated, meaning that even if it is fake, the figure was really there and was not edited in after the picture was taken. So, what do you think? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my weekly videos. Also, don't forget to keep in touch on all my social media sites, the links are down below. See you next time.